Today I'm so excited because I will bring you on a tour of a mikveh or Jewish ritual bath and show you what really happens inside a mikveh. I will also answer questions like who can use a mikveh, what makes it so special, what kind of water is used to make it kosher, and why I love it so much as a Jewish Orthodox woman. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sara Malka, and on my channel I share all facets of my Orthodox Sephardic Jewish life as a full-time working mom with small kiddos. So don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Let me put on a pretty techel and let's jump into it. The first step is to explain what is a mikveh, and if you're wondering what is the difference between the word mikveh and mikvah, there's none, it's just a different way of pronunciation, and I will use them interchangeably during the video. Mikveh in Hebrew means a collection, and more specifically in this case, a collection of water. When people see a modern-day mikveh, many think it looks like a miniature swimming pool, but it is far, far from it. It is so important to the Jewish way of life that the halacha, or Jewish law, states that constructing a mikveh takes precedence over building a synagogue, as without a mikveh, a Jewish community cannot flourish. The mikveh can be any of the world's natural bodies of water, so oceans, rivers, and spring-fed lakes are all mikveh in their most primal form, as they all contain waters of divine source or live water called Mayim chayim. These natural mikveh are perfectly kosher, but often they lack privacy, and also they cannot be used all year long, especially in cold countries like Canada. Therefore, we have to build our own indoor mikveh. And for that, we're going to use another kind of Mayim chayim, rainwater. Briefly, to be a kosher mikveh, it must be built into the ground or built as an essential part of a building. So regular bathtubs, pools, or jacuzzis can never be considered as a kosher mikveh. To be kosher, a mikveh must contain a minimum of 40 seah, which is a biblical measure which is equivalent to about 200 gallons of water. 40 in the Torah has a very powerful significance, and it is associated with spiritual transformative power. For example, the Jews stayed 40 years in the desert. Moshe stayed 40 days on Mount Sinai to receive the tablets with the 10 Commandments. In the story of Noah, the deluge or flood lasted for 40 days and 40 nights. All these events marked a significant spiritual change in the people who lived through these experiences. Already, the mere quantity of water necessary to make a mikveh kosher is indicative of one of the goals of the mikveh, which is to transform spiritually the person who uses it. When we enter the mikveh, we often see only one pool, the one used for the immersion. In reality, most mikveh are comprised of 2, sometimes even 3 attached pools. In these lower or side pools, the rainwater is kept while the upper immersion pool is drained and refilled regularly with tap water. The side and lower pools are connected via a hole on the bottom or the side of the upper pool. This hole is also called hashaka, which means kissing of waters between the different pools, which allows for the free flow of the rainwater pools into the immersion pool, creating a kosher mikveh. And if you're wondering if the mikveh are sanitary, the answer is yes, as modern-day mikveh are equipped with filtration and water purification systems. The other question you may ask yourself is, when do we use a mikveh? The mikveh can be used as part of our Jewish customs and rituals and or as per halacha or Jewish law. Because our holy temple is not rebuilt for the Jewish men, the mikveh is used as a custom for the moment. For example, they will use the mikveh the day before Yom Kippur. Some will use it every Erev Shabbat or Friday before Shabbat, and some will use it every day before praying. In certain occasions, women also will use the mikveh as a tradition or custom, for example, when we go to the mikveh in our 9th month of pregnancy. We will also dip our metal, porcelain, and glass utensil in a separate small mikveh only used for that purpose. It is called a mikveh kelim, and that needs to be a completely different video altogether. And please let me know in the comments below if you would like for me to do another video on the mikveh kelim. We also use the mikveh as part of the conversion process according to halacha or Jewish law. But overall, the vast majority of the time, the mikveh will be used by Jewish women, whether before their wedding or married women as part of the Jewish laws of ta'achat mishpacha or family purity. We use the mikveh after a birth, a miscarriage, and after our monthly cycle if we did not conceive. Because usually each month as women, our body prepares for the possibility of conception, our uterine lining builds up to serve as a cradle for life in anticipation of a fertilized egg. This potential of life within us fills our body with spiritual holiness and purity. With the beginning of our periods and the shedding of our lining, it marks the end of this possibility, and we then become nida when these status of holiness and purity have departed. Only the immersion in a mikvah following the requisite preparation has the power to change our spiritual status and bring back this intrinsic potential of holiness. During my periods and 7 days after, I will separate physically from my husband by sleeping in my own bed and avoiding physical contacts. I absolutely love this little hiatus, not only because during my periods I am usually in a bit of a crabby mood, maybe it's just me, but also this period of physical separation from my husband allows us to connect more spiritually and makes our hearts grow fonder in anticipation to be together again after the cycle is completed. And this brings us to what really happens inside of a mikveh and how I prepare myself spiritually and physically to immerse in the mikveh. Usually a mikveh cannot be recognized from the outside as it looks like any other building. There are no signs on the door indicating it is a mikveh. Each mikveh is different, but this particular one, when I enter the building, I am greeted by a beautiful staircase and a magnificent foyer with sofas to wait our turn if there are many ladies coming at the same time. It is quite rare to have ladies waiting because we take appointment online to be sure that we are always modest and nobody knows beside our husband, ourselves, and the mikveh attendant that it is our mikveh night. Because to be kosher, a mikveh for Jewish women has to be done at night. When it is time to go to the mikveh, we are ushered in a preparation room. It is a beautiful room separated in 2 sections. The first section is where we put our clothes. They have a wig stand for women who wear wigs. They also have hangers, as well as all the amenities to prepare ourselves, like Q-tips, makeup remover, contact lens solution, and so much more. They even give out our little own slippers that we will keep and bathrobes. I prefer to use my own bathrobe because it is lint-free. I also bring my own slippers because I prefer to use something that I'm going to use many times instead of only once. We also find in the first part of the preparation room a folder where we can find a checklist to make sure we do not forget anything in our preparation. They also give us a copy of a prayer we can do before and after the mikveh. They give all the documents in Hebrew, English, and French to make sure everyone understands the prayer they are reciting and they can recite it with intention. And if you're curious, yes, the preparation room in the mikveh are so clean. Not only are they clean before we come, but they are clean before and after every person comes into the preparation room. To prepare for the immersion in the mikveh, my goal is to make sure that all parts of my body are in contact with the Mayim chayim, the live waters of the mikveh. Therefore, I will make sure to remove all chatzitza or barriers between the water and me. I start by removing all the material chatzitza, so my ring, my earrings, and my watch. Then I start the fun part of the mikveh, which is the removal of all the chatzitza from my body. For that part, I am going to go in the second section of the preparation room where you can find a beautiful and luxurious bathtub. I usually soak in the bath for about 30 minutes. It is a wonderful time for me to disconnect from all the challenges at home, the deadline from work, the laundry that is waiting for me at home, and so much more. In a nutshell, it is a time I take for myself. I usually put on a sheet mask and read a good book, or simply relax while I'm soaking. And as you know, in Judaism, anything we do has a reason. Therefore, the soaking time is there to allow any rough spots of skin to soften so I can remove them with my personal pumice stone or exfoliating gloves. I do this step while the bath water drains. After exfoliating, I also shave if I did not have time to wax previously. Once I have baby soft skin, I take a shower and rinse my body to remove any skin or debris, and finally I will wash my hair and body, making sure to wash every nook and cranny of my body. Once that my body is fully clean, I'm going to go back in the first part of the changing room and I am going to floss my teeth. I don't know about you, but for years and years I thought I should brush my teeth first, then floss, but a friend that is a dentist told me that the latest study showed that flossing first, then brushing had the best result. So I would love to know, do you floss first, then brush, or do you do the opposite? Let me know in the comments below. Before I remove my nail polish and do a quick manicure and pedicure without putting any nail polish, I wanted to share with you my nail polish because so many of you asked me what was the color. So it is from the brand Essie in their collection Couture, and my color is Sheer Fantasy. This is an amazing product. When I do a manicure, the nail polish will stay perfect easily for a week, and I always finish with their top coat. I highly recommend this product, and no, this is absolutely not sponsored. Once I have removed all the nail polish, did a quick manicure, the next step is going to be to brush my hair. I brush my hair to make sure that I have no knots. I do it the first time with this brush and the second time with this special comb. And finally, I will verify that I have no loose hair or skin on me, as it would be considered as a chatzitza or a barrier, and the water could not be fully in contact with my skin, rendering my immersion not valid. Once all my preparations are done, I'm ready to do my blessing. I will call the Mikveh attendant, and as a Sephardic Jew, I will make my blessing outside the Mikveh. Then the Mikveh attendant will lead me to the Mikveh room. The Mikveh attendant is there to make sure it is empty, that we respect the privacy of each woman, and to make sure our immersion is kosher. On a side note, the Mikveh attendant never sees me fully undressed as I enter the room with a robe and only remove it when I am in the Mikveh. And the water of the Mikveh is deep enough that my head is the only part visible of my body out of the Mikveh. You will also notice that this Mikveh, like most of the Mikveh, will have 7 steps leading to the base of the Mikveh, representing the 7 days of the creation, as after the Mikveh we will be like a new creation. The water of the Mikveh is heated and therefore so nice and warm. Once in the water, I will immerse myself 3 times. Some will immerse only once, some will immerse 7 times, and more. This is such a beautiful and auspicious time to pray. When my tevilah or immersion is completed, I have this indescribable feeling of peace and holiness. I go back in the first part of the changing room. I will dress myself, gather all my belongings, then I will bring back all the towels to the laundry chute. I know I could leave everything in the room, but I always feel bad when people have to clean behind me. I walk home with trepidation as I am eager to be greeted by the love of my life with affection, marking our spiritual readiness to start another cycle of love and physical closeness, and hopefully, God willing, to have the zerut or merit of bringing another life in this world and adding a new member to our family. I hope you enjoyed this overview of the secrets and intricacies of a mikveh, and if you are here with me until the end, please write in the comments, I love new beginnings, so I know I was not alone. I pray you can have new beginnings in your life if you need them, and may these new beginnings be fulfilled with ease, and may they bring you much love, peace, and happiness. If nobody told you today, know that you are loved. And you are enough just the way you are. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and don't forget to frum it up.
On my chest, I hope you don't mind. if I say